We all know that No Game No Life fans are basically on life support with no signs of a season 2 for almost 9 whole years now. The only consolation the Ravenous fans have is a surprisingly banger prequel movie and articles being released every other week saying that season 2 will be announced in a couple of months at most. They have been saying that for the past 9 years, don't trust them bro. Now most of you probably already know about No Game No Life and their constant struggle to get even a single W, and you've probably already heard the copium from the fans about how a season 2 announcement will roll up any day now. But setting aside the argument of whether No Game No Life season 2 will be released, today I want to talk about something a bit more juicy and fun. If a second season of No Game No Life was released, would it ever live up to the hype? You see, I've been a fan of No Game No Life since I was at the ripe age of 14, and a season 2 has been hyped up for close to 10 years now, and Lord knows that if a season 2 is announced, then both me and the anime community will go crazier than One Piece fans when you have an opinion. The hype will be real, but will season 2 be the holy grail that unites all anime fans, turning the battlefields of opinions into a field of flowers, peace and lolicons in jail? Let's bring out our critical eye and analyze this, shall we? I know I just talked big about how everybody will jump out of their gamer chairs in jubilation at the thought of a season 2, but let's think about it from the other perspective. There has been no season 2 for 9 years. Does anybody even remember No Game No Life anymore? I think No Game No Life is in the same position that The Devil is a Part-Timer was in. And I know that may sound bad judging from how The Devil is a Part-Timer season 2 went, but hear me out. The Devil is a Part-Timer season 2 was ass because they introduced a reskin of the Tool of Rue plant baby. You can't put the blame on the anime for that one, since the death of the series was basically already written in stone the moment the light novel author decided to copy Sword Art Online's homework.
Papa.
俺?
Mama.
They used old tropes that nobody even asked for. It was also like this for the Rise of the Shield Hero season 2, but I refuse to talk about that series, it gives me the creeps. But in the end, season 2 of The Devil is a Part-Timer flopped, not because it wasn't relevant, it was actually pretty fucking hyped in the anime community, but because the animation did kinda suck and the source material was just not good material. So if The Devil is a Part-Timer season 2 was relevant, even though it was such a stinking pile of shit pudding, then I think it's fair to say that No Game No Life season 2 would still be pretty relevant at this time if it were to be released. Then how's the source material of No Game No Life then, you may ask, looking at poor despicable Devil is a Part-Timer? Say no more, little anime milk drinkers, because I have read the books! Bum bum! Don't worry, I won't spoil anything important in this segment, but I do think it's important to talk about the actual source material if we're going to judge if a season 2 would be hype or not. The first season of No Game No Life used books 1 to 3 as source materials, which would lead one to believe that season 2 would be books 4 to 6, but actually book 6 has already been released in the form of a movie, so it would probably end up book 7. Or maybe they just decide to take their time a bit and just focus on book 4 to 5 in season 2. I wouldn't know. I personally thought that book 5 was really good and it would fit nicely if it was adapted into an anime. But the real problem starts with book 4. I haven't read book 7 so I won't talk about it, please don't ratio me. Book 4 had several problems, from a beach episode, which is a W in some people's books, to things I can't really talk about since it would spoil some plot points. But there is one clear problem in part 4 that makes me facepalm every time I think about it. The whole ending to the arc in book 4 relies on a reference to Drakengard. Most of you probably had question marks over your heads when I said that name. Drakengard was a game released in 2003. Need I say more? Literally fucking nobody except the hardcore Nier fans know what Drakengard is, since Nier is a spin-off of Drakengard. But the involvement this reference has with the ending is so fucking important that they would have to retcon the entire ending unless they want all of their viewers to feel like they didn't understand jack shit of what was happening in the end. Now I have to admit that it was a banger reference. I'm a proud Drakengard fan myself, so everything is Gucci for me. But if they want to make a second season that lives up to the hype, then they would have to make some unfortunate adjustments to the story. But they did already go against the holy words of the light novel by ending season 1 of No Game No Life on book 6, so he even knows at this point. If only there was some form of author of the series that could make a statement on his thoughts of No Game No Life season 2 and if it would ever be released. Oh hi. Bo-bo. Bo-bo. You might be familiar with the author of No Game No Life, Yu Kamiya, who's been on several hiatuses due to his stomach cancer. We're all cheering on you, bro. He's actually already talked about this exact topic. He tweeted previously that he also has no idea why there's no season 2 of No Game No Life. Many people thought that there would be no second season because they ended season 1 at a weird place or because they wouldn't earn enough money, and to that, both I and Yu Kamiya says that that's total BS. Just the No Game No Life movie alone earned more than 700 million yen in theaters. That's over $500 million. Ain't no way they're saying no to such a cash cow. And for the point about season 1 ending at a weird spot, even Yu Kamiya straight out says that it's a non-issue. So why does he think that there's no season 2? The answer is shocking. He guesses that it's probably because a second season just wouldn't live up to the hype. That's right, even the creator of No Game No Life isn't sure about if a second season of No Game No Life would actually be good. And from his speculation, it doesn't look like Madhouse is sure either.
What's this, you fucking piece of shit?
Keep in mind that this is pure speculation and Yu Kamiya and I could totally be talking out of our asses on this one. Bum 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 bum. So we've asked if a second season of No Game No Life would still be relevant, which was a resounding yes. Then we've asked if the source material is POG, where I'd say maybe no. If they stick the landing, maybe. Lastly, we checked up on the author, who just straight up has no idea. So if I unite these answers, my answer to if a season 2 would be hype is... I don't know. Look, I'm not the fucking Akinator for predicting if a non-existent season would be good. All I can say is my personal opinion, which is just don't switch the animation studio. Don't be like the devil is a part-timer. Imagine if season 2 of No Game No Life rolls up and Sora just looks like this. Nah, I'm not having it. No, nicht, nein, non. No Game No Life's biggest strong suit is their art, so if they don't change that, then they could make a worthy season 2. But if I had to invest all of my Bored Ape Yacht Club tokens into either a yes or a no, then I would probably have to go with no. The hype for No Game No Life has been going on for too long, and I think that if a season 2 were to get announced, every anime fan within a 500-meter radius of a chessboard would bust their pants. In the end, I really do love No Game No Life. Despite the very disturbing parts that make me want to pour bleach into my eyes, I think the rest of the series balances out with that, with a good art style, funny characters, a fun twist on isekai, fanservice, and an iconic duo. No Game No Life really is the perfect anime if you just want to have a blast while not thinking too deeply about plot, or how logical it is for Shiro to predict how an entire game of Othello would play out just by pure guesswork and skill. It's an S-tier series that I'll always hold close to my heart, and if you don't agree with that, well, I don't really care. That's gonna be all for today, folks. Remember to jump in front of the truck that is my subscribe button, and you'll be transported into a whole new world of good content and... Huh? Who's that? Oh.